What we've discovered here is astonishing. These starships, they didn't crash. They materialized inside of solid rock. Data suggests an artificial quantum waveform intercepted these ships during interstellar transit and reassembled them here, underground. I've linked the quantum signature from these ships to the primary anomaly. I believe it's the source of the waveform and responsible for the starship wrecks scattered throughout the Great Banded Desert. Its power is beyond anything we even thought possible.
We must reach the primary anomaly and unearth its secrets. Our passage through the Kharak Highlands will be through the Whispering Gallery, a narrow canyon located here. The Sakala will meet us at the mouth of the canyon, and together we will punch through to the Dreamlands on the other side.
Sakala, this is the Kapisi. Do you copy?
Sakala receiving. 2 Galcian carriers are blocking our advance. They appear to be an elite battle group of the Kahad Sajuk. We require your immediate assistance.
Roger that. We're closing on your position now. Prepare for Allied contacts. Kapisi out.
The Sakala is currently positioned here. Ready all combat groups to support Allied fleet. Watch for friendlies.
Kapisi, we're under fire. Requesting support.
Maintenance protocols in effect. Cruiser. Enemy armor disabled.
Gunship, the Galcian carriers are barraging us with heavy ordnance.
Completed.
We have sustained multiple hull fractures.
Copy that, Sakala. Hold on.
Cruise missile silos online.
Cruise missiles will decimate clustered enemy forces and static defenses at extreme range.
Provide for launch authentication. Hostile production cruiser verified. Good launch. Take it out. Alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Allied hostile designated. Provide fire zone.
Kapisi, do not engage the Galcian carriers. We cannot support an offensive until the Sakala is secure.
10.
Strike fighter approach vector.
Sakala is taking heavy damage. Engines on. Strike craft destroyed. Be advised. Allied craft lost. Enemy production cruiser sighted. Engage and destroy.
The Galcian carriers are falling back.
Detected.
Kapisi, together we have driven off the Galcian Critidim.
Roger that, Sakala. Task force formation.
Galcian bombers detected.
This is the captain.
Target confirmed.
Strike craft destroyed. Bomber online. Ready for launch. Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. Hostile designated. Mark bearing.
Ready for orders.
Alert. Allied carrier taking hostile fire. Alert. Allied strike fighter in circulation. Bomber is under enemy fire. Combat alert. Bomber destroyed. This is the captain. Prepare to move.
Any hostiles on the
Strike
way?
fighter ready for service.
Enemy bombers detected inbound on the Sakala.
Reading. Focus on the critical damage. Keep them in sight.
Battle report. Hostile battle cruiser eliminated. Alert. Gunship.
Galcian strike fighters have been launched against the Sakala.
Distracting armored craft on approach. Bomber is taking fire.
What? Fire on any hostiles on the way.
Alert. Strike fighter destroyed.
Armor, go ahead.
Alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound. Combat alert. Bomber lost.
Reading for order. Keep eyes out for hostiles.
Support cruiser under attack.
What?
Immediate fire support on that
Destroyed.
position.
Listen up.
Time to move out. Engage hostile. Alert.
The remaining enemy carrier is taking defense
vehicle marked on approach.
Maintenance protocols in effect.
Standing by. Repair the critical systems first.
10. Send message.
Artillery cruiser operational.
Armored vehicle is taking fire. PC read.
We have defeated the Kharak carriers. Let's move to open ground and get out of this canyon. Bring engines to full.
Personal log, Captain Roman Sajet, Expedition Carrier Kapisi. The Sadim, a loathsome kith if ever there was one. Arrogant, self-righteous. Mashad, the Sakala captain, seems to have an agenda all of his own. He knows more than he's willing to share, I'm sure of it. Unfortunately, it's a tenet of war that you can't always choose your allies. How true. Truth is, we have no choice but to rely on one another. The Galcian keep throwing wave after wave at us, escalating their attacks, unafraid to sacrifice their forces to hold us at bay. Thankfully, the commanders at Tyr have confirmed our resupply. Without it, we will not be able to complete our expedition.
We have been compromised. With the fall of Epsilon Base, Galcian intelligence acquired the satellite data and coordinates of our expedition's destination. They believe that whatever lies at the center of the Dreamlands, our target, is Kartoba, the birthplace of our existence on Kharak, and the key to their ascension.
That's not all. Having decrypted the Galcian base data, I found a message from my brother embedded in the code.
Rachel, if you find this, you know I've been taken prisoner by the Galcian forces. One of the artifacts they've unearthed is the trigger to a weapon of vast, destructive power. They do not yet understand what they possess, but I do, and I have a plan. I know you're coming. Be ready.
The Kahad Sajuk's fleet is making for the primary anomaly. With no other choice but to resupply, we need to rendezvous with the Coalition landers inbound from Tyr. Surrounded by desert, the only place they can set down is the Kashar Plateau, located here. Coordinates locked in.
Landers, both Sajet and Sadim, are currently inbound, which means we need to secure that plateau.
There are multiple access points. All units prepare to engage the enemy and take the high ground.
Tracking armored craft on approach. Crew ready. Enemy armor disabled.
A Galcian assault force is approaching. Hold the plateau.
Alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound. Proximity warning in effect. Hostiles designated.
Research completed.
Off ready. Hostile armor eliminated.
Personal log. Intelligence Officer Nathan Sajet. Expedition Carrier Capisi. Back home, the tide of war is starting to turn. Our men and women are fighting door to door, reclaiming entire neighborhoods as they push back these Galcian invaders. But here, the Kahad Sajuk's fleet is approaching our expedition's target as we are forced to sit and wait on landers inbound from Tyr. We are so close, yet with every hour we fall further behind our enemy. The future of our expedition depends on those flight crews. Roach, you crazy SOB. You're the best lander pilot I've ever known. If anyone can do this, it's you. You better not have forgotten that bottle I asked for. As we speak, satellite data has identified the Kahad Sajuk's fleet approaching the site of the primary anomaly.
Oh my god.
It's some kind of orbital weapons platform. The weapon issued a recognition code to the surface. An ID transponder returned the signal. The return signal originated here.
That's it. That's what Jacob was talking about. I need to go investigate the source of that signal.
It's risky, but you're right, Rachel. Take a combat escort and secure the transponder. Galcian reinforcements are closing on our position fast, but we should be able to hold them off long enough to resupply. We will then rendezvous at your location.
Roger that.
Capisi, this is Lander 05 Bravo. Do you copy?
Copy 05, go ahead.
We are inbound on your marker. Emergency fuel critical. We are racing the gauge and will only have one chance before our tanks run dry.
Understood. We'll have the red carpet rolled out.
We must defend the landing zone until our transports arrive. We anticipate Galcian assaults will come at us through these approaches here. Turrets and mines will prove effective at these choke points. We've had salvage teams reclaim the wreckage of several Galcian heavy turrets. The turrets have been positioned at defensive locations on the plateau, but their armor is damaged. Repair those turrets. We'll need all the firepower we can get. Galcian forces are approaching our contact range.
Cruiser reading.
Hold the high ground at all costs.
Roy.
More Galcian forces have entered contact range. They're coming at us from all sides. All three lander signals in the green and on designated approach vector.
Enemy rail.
All three landers on long-range sensors.
Thanks for the update. We are ready for assignment. Enemy production cruiser has appeared in the AO. Reading. Be advised. Tracking hostile. Ready. Target set. The turret is under fire. Strike fighter taking hostile fire. Alert. Strike fighter lost. Hostile interceptor destroyed.
Capisi, this is Sedim Lander 29 Echo requesting clearance to land.
Copy 2-9. You are clear to land.
Understood.
The Sakala has arrived. Looks like they coordinated their arrival.
Once they offload their supplies, prep for our jet landers. It's gonna be touch and go. I want medical and fire suppression teams on alert.
The Galcian are deploying anti-air forces here. Eliminate them in order to clear the landing zone.
Pete, Group 8
Galcian aircraft on approach.
taking fire.
Galcian anti-air squad destroyed.
Enemy contact on the board.
Or formation.
Proceed. Alert. Battle cruiser is taking fire. Position marked. Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Enemy production cruiser sighter down. Engage and destroy. Enemy railgun firing on friendly. The turret is under fire. Unknown inbound. Designating hostile. Send message. Cruiser copy. Hostile range craft destroyed. Confirmed. Enemy siege cruiser destroyed. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. 5x5. Hostile interceptor destroyed. Crew ready. Enemy railgun eliminated. Display. Hostile armor eliminated. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated.
Both Galcian AA squads have been neutralized.
Authenticated.
Landers requesting clearance. Crew, we're coming in hot. Fire on the move. The Sakala is broadcasting on an open channel.
To our coalition brothers and sisters, you have inflicted great devastation upon the Galcian scum. For that, we applaud your bravery. We will not forget your sacrifice. But our time of ascension is at hand. Only the Sidim and our Kithsa are of divine origin. Only we can claim the bounty that lies at the heart of this desert. The first city and its secrets belong to us, and us alone.
Personal log, Captain Roman Sajet, Expedition Carrier Capisi. My instincts were right. The Sidim have betrayed us. They say self-righteousness inevitably leads to treachery, that it's an affliction of the weak-minded. I agree. Mashad will pay for what he has done, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it. Thankfully, we're able to retrieve supplies from one of the landers, allowing us to carry on. But Rachel is out there now, alone. I won't let her become another victim of this treachery.
Rachel, what is your status?
Intel. The ID transponder signal originated from a wreck. A military capital ship that seems to be named Tidan. The Tidan deployed the orbital weapon, then suffered the same fate as the other wrecks, crashing to the surface before the weapon could be enabled. Escaping the Galcian base, Jacob crossed the wastelands and located the Tidan. Coupled with the transponder hidden aboard this ship, he used the trigger to arm the weapon. But without adequate food, water, or protection, he died here, alone.
We're coming for you, Rachel. Hold out until we get there.
Understood, Intel. Science team standing by.
Over.
We read you, Rachel. We have you on long-range scanners. We are close. Be advised, the Sedim have betrayed us. They are closing on your position. You are in imminent danger. Do you copy?
Roger that.
Rachel is located here. Sedim units are attempting to capture her and seize the wreck. Defend Rachel until the Capisi arrives.
Ready. Runner. Destination marked.
Light deployed. Alert. Support taking hostile fire. Strike craft destroyed.
Science officer en route.
Rachel, be advised, the Sakala is closing on your position fast. She will arrive before us.
Copy that. Hurry.
Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed.
This is Rachel. Go ahead.
Fire.
EMP. Target set. EMP.
Alert. Support craft has been engaged.
Runner.
Hostile strike craft down.
Armor ready. Keep eyes on
Hostile armor. Hostile carrier detected. We got something on the horizon.
Intel. The Sakala has arrived.
Rachel's strike force is outmatched. She must disengage and rendezvous with the Capisi at once. Ensure Officer Sajet and her team make it safely to the Capisi.
Runner, go ahead. Move forward. Be advised. Enemy support vehicle authenticated. Anti-air turret under fire.
We've locked down a primary.
Alert. Support taking hostile fire.
Right into it. Lay down line. Move.
Alert. Anti-air turret post lost. Combat alert. Support craft lost. Alert. The turret post just went down. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Hostiles designated. Track them. We have Rachel in sight. Reducing speed. Be advised the Capisi has been operating in the red for hours and she is overheating.
The Capisi has taken damage from overheating the drive systems. Our cruisers are trailing behind, but will arrive soon.
Intel. I've recovered the transponder and trigger artifact from the Titan wreck. My scan of the area has identified an advanced cooling system in one of the nearby wreck sites.
Roger that. Salvaging that artifact is now our main priority.
Confirmed. Engines.
We demand the object that your science officer has seized. Relinquish it, and you may continue to live on this planet after our ascension.
Authentication pending. Close this channel until further notice. The only sound I want to hear from the Sakala is our hull exploding.
Warning. Systems overheating. Feed power into main cooling systems.
Strike fighter taking hostile. Our bomber is under enemy fire. The captain. Alert. Gunship destroyed. Going mobile. New coordinates verified. Get this battle crew
Extracted. Now let's get it on board the Capisi.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
ready. Send.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn.
Fleet capacity capabilities are now at maximum.
Hostile armor eliminated.
Target confirmed. Launch bomber.
Bomber online. Ready for launch. Strike fighter taking fire. Alert. Rachel is in. Coolant technology received. Engineering reports installation in progress.
We can now focus on the Sedim. They cannot be allowed to acquire the Tidan transponder. Destroy the Sakala.
Ready. Hostile AA turret detected.
Weapon systems online. Be advised. Carrier repair systems online. Carrier warning. Heat levels are spiking. Reroute power to avoid system damage.
Be advised.
Ready.
Enemy support vehicle.
Sakala launching cruise missile.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
Move out.
We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to authenticate. We're moving.
Gunship is now in
Air launch detected from the Sakala.
Reporting.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
Alert all units. The Sakala is preparing to launch a cruise missile.
Taking hostile fire. Reading. New coordinates verified. Hostile interceptor destroyed. The captain. Stand by for launch authentication. Alert. Strike fighter destroyed.
Sakala carrier has sustained moderate damage.
Battle report. Enemy cruiser destroyed. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Carrier taking
Alert. A squadron of Sidim cruisers is approaching our flank.
bomber operational. Strike fighter approach vector dialed in. Strike fighter ready for service.
Hostile armor eliminated. All hands.
The Sakala is taking heavy damage.
All units engage the Sakala full attack.
The Sakala is at critical health.
We've got the Sakala on the ropes. Now let's finish her off.
The Sakala has been destroyed. All units, return to the Kapisi in preparation for immediate departure.
Personal log, Operations Officer Clea Soban, Expedition Carrier Kapisi. Jacob Sajet was alive this whole time. My God, a prisoner of the Galzian for 4 years. And he stopped them from reaching the Kartoba site. He made the ultimate sacrifice for his people. Now, as we prepare to honor him, we also ready for battle, to finish what we started. I have no idea what the future holds, or if I'll be around to see it. But here, now, I am proud to be among these Sajet, to be counted as one of them, a Soban. It has been an honor to serve with them all.
Thanks to the sacrifice of Rachel's brother, we finally hold the key to defeating the Galcian once and for all. The Titan orbital weapon is operational and under our control. Rachel is making final preparations to ensure the fleet's safety as we secure the Kartoba site.
Power and discharge protocols in the green. Targeting and alignment data is suboptimal. We will require a ground-based scanner network to resolve firing accuracy, or nobody will be safe out there.
The Kartoba site is located here. The Galcian fleet is holding their position outside the targeting perimeter. When they realize we have safely entered the site, they will advance and surround us. We will not have much time. Rachel, stand by to deploy.
Roger that.
Get Rachel and her team into the Kartoba wreck immediately. Time is of the essence. Expect Galcian forces to arrive shortly.
We're moving out. Spool up. I have the wreck in sight. No movement detected. Conducting preliminary scan. Quantum signature verified. appears undisturbed. Pristine. I'm going in.
Copy that, Rachel.
We need to set up the scanner network so I can build a targeting matrix. I can direct the beam once the network is in place.
To establish the targeting matrix, deploy scanners at these locations.
Scanner deployed. Receiving the data now. We need 2 more scanners to complete the matrix.
Location marked. Deploy scan.
Scanner ping received. Incorporating data now. 1 more scanner to go. Great. Keep the network operational while I perform the scan.
Ready to give him hell. Ready.
Scan complete. Preparing targeting matrix. Wait. Our scanners have picked up something. It's all around us. It's incredible. An entire city buried beneath the sand. This must be it. This must be Kartoba, the first city of Kharak. It's real. Targeting matrix complete. Firing sequence primed. The orbital weapon is now at our disposal.
Just in time, Rachel. We are detecting a Gaussian carrier crossing the perimeter. Fire when ready.
Let's see what this thing can do.
Firing on friends.
Reporting.
Intel. The weapon is fully operational and under my control.
Nice work, Rachel. Fire at will.
Standing by. Roger that. Alongside that assault cruiser.
Ready. Go ahead.
Crew ready.
Gaussian air units inbound.
Hostile bomber destroyed. Battle cruiser is facing resistance. Position marked. Tracking armored craft on approach.
Sector alert. Hostile activity is being tracked in the area.
Copy that. Track yourself. Strike fighter taking hostile fire.
This is Rachel. Go ahead.
Our bomber is under enemy fire. Reporting. Grid point shed. 3 check 260. UPC gun. Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation. Go ahead. Go ahead. Alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound. Ahead. Alert. Gauge cruiser verified in the AO. Target respond. Go away. Alert. Rachel is in contact.
Ready.
Artillery cruiser under attack. Units respond. Hostile railguns opened up. Hostile armor eliminate. Crew ready. Hostile interceptor destroyed. Enemy railgun eliminated. Make ready. Confirmed. Enemy siege.
Northern Kithid of Kharak. Everything you have achieved, the battles you have won, they were preordained by the great Seljuk himself. To believe otherwise is vanity. His will is our destiny. But words alone will not stay your hand. That much I've made clear. You have brought this darkness. You have chosen war. May the blood sand quiet the great slumber of Sajuk.
We have never seen this class of Gaussian ship before. It appears to be some kind of supercarrier, a Gaussian flagship.
Warning. Maintenance protocols in effect.
The Gaussian Sa is aboard. Defeat it at all costs.
Battle report. Hostile siege cruiser eliminated.
Any hostile...
Orbital platform ready. Firing.
Make ready.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set.
Battle cruiser operational. Bomber.
Bomber on deck.
Enemy production.
Intel. There might be a way to focus the weapon. Update to follow.
The Gaussian flagship has long-range missile strike capability.
Ready with enemy armor on approach.
Engage hostile...
Our bomber is taking fire.
Roger. Displacing now. Cleared to launch. Missiles in relay. Fire sector...
Combat alert.
The Gaussian flagship has sustained minor damage to primary systems.
Enemy armor disabled.
Runner. Runner copies.
Proximity warning in effect. Hostiles designated. Ready, set.
I've never seen anything like it.
Destroyed.
We must engage with extreme caution.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. We're pushing up. Confirmed. Ready. Enemy gauge cruiser destroyed.
Time to move. Fire.
Bomber ready for sortie. Bomber operational.
Strike fighter taking fire.
Bomber to launch deck.
Bomber online. Ready for launch.
Strike fighter
Battle
approach
report.
vector dialed in.
Enemy honor guard cruiser destroyed. We're in the fight. Battle cruiser is facing resistance. Position marked. UTC gun.
The flagship has suffered significant damage. The readings indicate their carrier's power systems are about to go critical.
War cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
I have failed my people. My creator? The wrath of Sajuk will descend upon Kharak in an unimaginable hailstorm of fire and death. Know that you will one day bring this fate upon us all. Heed my words, Northman. Seek his forgiveness before it is too late. Step into his light and be absolved.
The truth of our origins is only now being revealed. Descendants of the great derelicts of Kharak, we are all one. We are all Kushan. My brother said, salvation lay in the desert. It's too early to know for sure
Gaussian
if he
air
was
units
right,
inbound.
but one thing is certain. This is not the end, but rather a new beginning for us all.
inbound.